All right, good. We're alive. Chidi,
Yeah.
how far now?
My day, I'm good, bro. What about you?
Fine,
How you
fine,
day?
fine, fine, fine. I make sense. So,
Yeah.
see, one of one of the thread that you have on Twitter that I think resonates with you. Maybe we should start the conversation from that place. This book,
Okay.
men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This book, this book that you did a thread on. Men are from Mars, right? Women are from
Yeah.
Venus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I really enjoyed the thread. I enjoyed the thread that you did. I don't know if you want to talk about that. Maybe we'll start from that side.
Yeah. Okay. Um, there was a time in my life, man. I was going through a lot. So I don't know what just pushed me. Somebody gave me the advice, maybe about reading books. So you get. So because I
Mhm.
was overthinking, I was going through a very dark phase of my life. So I was looking for an escape. I was looking for something to use to distract myself and my mind. So from before you know, I went to when I got home, when I went to see my dad. So I went to his room, I took some books. So I was reading. Before you know, the thing, one book, two book, three book, the thing got out of me. So I went back to Lagos. I went to stay with my uncle.
Mhm.
I was working with him in VI. So there's a place that they used to sell books in that roundabout close to Echo Hotels. So I just went there. When I came back to Benin, I just bought books. I bought about eight of them. I just bought in different genre, literature, inspirational, self-help, and some of other books that I've had in mind. So I bought
Yeah.
this relationship book. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Initially, what I had in mind about the book was not what I saw, what I read about the book. So when I read the first chapter, I was like, wow. And I came to a realization that most of the problem, most of the issues a lot of us are having in relationship, in marriage, is that a man wants a woman to understand him like a man. The woman wants the man to understand her like a woman. What that book was basically talking about, it was telling women how to handle men and men how to handle women. Women, this is what a man is. Men, this is what a woman is. I listen to a lot of marriage counselor, Pastor Kingsley, what do they call the other guy again? This Apostle Lazarus.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they talk, anytime they talk, I just smile. I say, these people, they have read this book because they keep dropping points from that book. And one of the things that I lay emphasis on that my training is that it's something that I even used to say every day on Twitter. Men and women are different. We have our strength. As a man, you have your strength. As a woman have their strength. A man have his weakness. Woman have their weakness. So it is not about competition. It is about the both gender coming to complement each other. This is my strength as a man. This is my weakness. In my weakness, the woman will complement. In her weakness, the man will complement. This is the only way we can coexist together. Now, I was listening to Pastor Lawrence Oyo. Lawrence Oyo he also said similar thing. And in the moment I watched the video, I just smiled. I said, this man have read that book. What did he say? He said women. He said women. Um, he said the issue with men is that we don't understand women. He said before you get into any relationship, try and understand a woman. A woman, you too also try and understand a man. He said some men will be like, I complimented this woman yesterday. Oh. What is wrong with her today? What is wrong with her? He said that is your own dictionary, that's your own logic as a man. For a woman, they want you to be doing it every day. The one you did yesterday have gone. That one does not concern them again. They need that one today. It is a continuous something. Now, this book, as I was reading it, it mentions something. It said men are solution driven. Women are nurturers. This is a biological. This one, when I say something on Twitter, I don't just say it. I say it because also I'm a science student. I read biochemistry, so I know a lot about biology, genetics, and how it affects men and how it affects women. So women are natural and nurture. They nurture something to grow. You understand? Why men are solution driven. Now, your wife comes to you now, wants to talk with you, or maybe she have a problem, wants to just speak with you. She have not even finished whatever she's saying. You just say, this is what you should have done now. This is what you should have done now. It is not like that. It is like this. No, that's not what she wants. It is not as if she does not have solution to her problem. She just want a listening. She just needs somebody she wants to gist with. The book is very funny. The man of the when the man like complain, all you be doing, yeah, ah, this is true, this is true, this is true. Don't play along. Just make her feel like you are carrying her along. Just make her feel that somebody is listening to her. She just want that. She want that emotional support as at that point. She don't want you to tell her the solution. She don't want you to like do it this way, do it that way. That's not what she want as at that point. I listened to one other teacher. He said this man came to him and was quarreling about the wife. Then he asked the man what happened. He said that he bought the wife a car for a birthday. A rich man bought the wife a car. And the pastor said, that's nice, that's beautiful. So what happened? He said that the woman did not appreciate or does not feel he does not feel appreciated over buying the woman's car because of the way she reacted. Then the pastor now asked him, how did you deliver this car to your wife? He said when he brought the car home, he went inside. I told the wife, baby, happy birthday, surprise. He gave her the key. The pastor asked him, just like that. He said, yes, now just like that. Is there anything? The man said, you are seeing a small boy, a young boy. The man said that women are emotional being, the emotional creature. He said that the way you presented that car, you see, the way women reason, a man does not care how you give him any gift. The most important thing to in a man said, this person loves me, this person cares about me, thank you very much. Whether you throw the car key at him or whether anyhow you give it to him, it does not matter. But for women, that action really matters to them. Then the person now took time to explain. I can tell if you are feeling them. They have this intuition. That is why when a woman sees an intentional man sing for an alpha male, they know. A woman knows. That's why there are some certain things a woman can do for this particular man, and they will not try it for another man. They know. They can read your body language. They can read. You see this thing there? We are just like higher animals. We are just higher animals, and other species or animal, they do the same thing. They know what you can do as a man. They know your strength. They know your weaknesses, so they know how to enter you. Now, a woman also. It was also teaching woman. You see, men, as a woman, they are natural. Men don't want to feel like they're in a box. Men don't want to feel controlled. Your man comes to you now with a problem. All the man needs from you is encouragement. Just give him words of reassurance that you believe in him, you know you can do this. It does not want you to now start to be controlling him or to now be petting him like as if he's a child. It does not want it. This one was for the lady. This was what he was speaking for the lady. That's why I like that book. The book, after he has treated the part of the man, he will treat the part of the woman. Like, just complimenting both sides, complimenting both sides. Then that book struck me one time. He said two good people can come and be in a relationship, in a marriage, but the marriage will not work. Then
Wow.
he said, why? He said, why? Why? The woman, what all she's doing in her mind is good, but that's not what the husband wants from her.
Mm.
The man, all he is doing for the wife is good. From his own perspective, is good. But that's not what the woman wants from him. Now, both of them now, they are loving each other in their own way, but the person they are loving does not feel loved. It's just like, and the funny thing, the woman gets exhausted, the man gets exhausted. The marriage, they are just there patching up with each other. This is where it now comes to loving people the way they want to be loved. Maybe
Yes.
people.
Before we
Yeah.
go to that side,
Mm,
there's one
mm,
part that I think people also miss up in this whole relationship and all of these things. I
yeah.
think when we talk about men and women,
Yeah.
we try to many people always try to talk from two extreme.
Mm,
So yeah, men are solution driven, women are nurturer.
yeah.
Then some women will ask you, how about women that are solution driven? Yes, we have women that are solution driven, but what percentage? Now, they will use those people, those set of women that are solution driven, who have masculine traits. They will use them to counter you and say they are women too. They are solution driven. They are not nurturers. But if you're talking about men too, they will say, ah, look at this lazy man who cannot provide. Look at this man that cannot lead. This man that cannot lead now. I should not submit to this man to lead me astray. So when we talk about these things, anybody that want to actually disagree or want to be a contrarian, you have an example to go pick and use to counter whatever point anybody is bringing out. That's one
Yeah.
of that's one of the things that's exhausting about all of this discussion. Anybody that is not coming in to read such book
Yeah.
with an open mind that, oh, I want to learn. I like there's that like certainly it doesn't be personalized, right? I want to learn. I want to understand my mistakes. I want to be able to have a very good marriage. The person will still have problem with all of these things you are saying. And all of the
Yeah.
things that they are saying. Because you can easily pinpoint, for example, if I'm talking about women, you can go and find somebody that is into prostitution and pick that
Yeah.
person and use the person as an example of women. Now, anytime anything you want to say about women, you can just say, "Oh, women are this, women are that." Whereas you have, you have like Professor Ibukamoshika, which is another woman that is excelling. You have that another. You can pick her as an example, just like
Yeah.
people that are suffering from trauma, right? You can pick a man who has committed atrocity, just like
Yeah.
the guy that just committed the crime recently, and
Yeah.
use him as an
Yeah.
example of Nigerian men. And you can come on Twitter and say whatever you want to say about Nigerian men, using that person as an example, and you will be justified, right? But we have
Yeah.
a lot of Nigerian men who are also doing great things that you can look to. So that's why I always say that I always tell people that you see whatever you want to see. And until you calm down, you sit down and look at yourself and be like, okay, what am I actually getting wrong in this place? What am I doing wrong in this place? What is this book telling me to fix and blah blah blah. That's when you'll be able to fix it. But most of the conversation I've seen a lot of people have on Twitter is from both extreme. Oh, this is from always from both extreme. Okay, look at this extremism. Whereas we have a lot of good people in the middle who are not messing up. But we like to pick from both extreme and use it to justify whatever, let me say, whatever sin or allegation we want to lay. So I don't know. I always see that you have those kind of issues too with the alpha male gang. I don't know if you want to talk about it because you always I see it sometimes you say, oh, sometimes you go against those kind of things because you be like it is from another extreme, which is why I said
Yeah.
okay, I want a conversation with you about that.
Yeah. So you know, there's a philosopher, Frederick Nietzsche. He
Yeah.
said something. He said that when you dwell, when you dwell so much in the abyss, when you look too
Yeah.
deep into the abyss will look back at you. The abyss will
Correct.
step back at you. You will not become a reflection of what you are looking into. See, and
Yeah.
that's why on Twitter, I don't want to belong to any label, any brand, feminist or alpha male or obedient or name it any brand at all. I think the only thing that I say that I am or that I do is stoicism. And I don't see it as a brand. I don't see it as a branch of philosophy. I don't want to associate with anything. The only thing I stand for, by God's grace, I know that I'm not perfect. Oh, I've said a lot of, even me say that I used to attack the extremism. Even me, some of my take when I sit down, when I've calmed down, I check it, I say, there's something that this thing does
Yeah.
not make sense. So it deep down inside of me, I know. So I hate extremism. I just hate it. There was a Wizard posted an NGL anonymous. This guy said that said the girlfriend was testing him, and the girlfriend bragged to her friends that there's nothing she will do, that the man cannot do anything, that he cannot do anything. Then she now tested it. The friends came over to visit and he was around. She started nagging and he was about to leave. She blocked the door. Like he cannot do anything. You know, as women used to behave now, cannot do anything, that type of thing. He said he was tempted to like hit her, but he said that he took the grace of God for him to hold himself, not to hit her, because the girl was already getting on his nerves. When Wizrap posted the anonymous, he now wrote the caption. He said that it is not God that stopped you, you just cannot. For someone like me that is a stoic, for someone like me that is a stoic, because so many times I come off as somebody that is contradicting himself, because the main core basis of a stoic is control. But immediately I read that headline, I lost control. The thing just pissed me off. I don't know. It just pissed me off, and I just tweeted immediately. But I should have calmed down, relaxed before I replied, because I was
Mm.
like, now, this woman, you have already messed up already by allowing this woman to have such power over you, to know that she can do anything she like and you will not do anything. That was where the guy messed up. I did not take my time to view this part. But my mind was already focusing on Wizrap saying that it's not God that helped you, you just cannot. I was like, what is not the flex about hitting a woman? What is not the flex about a man that can hit a woman? That was where my anger was. That was where my direction, my anger went towards. As in, is hitting, okay, in that scenario now, hitting this woman, isn't that what makes you a man? Isn't that what makes you masculine? I have this proverb on my phone by Peter Odoche. He said that it is only when a mosquito land on your testicles, that is when you will know that not all problem can be handled by violence. It's only when a mosquito land on your testicle that is when you know that not all problem will be handled by violence. Your
Yeah.
mosquito touch any part of your body, you hit it, bah! Let it touch your
Ah,
testicles, man. Keep it like that now. You go hear am.
that's
You go
it.
hear am. There are many approach to handling a problem, and it's not about your masculine ego or wanting to prove anything to anybody. It is not always about your masculine ego, like you want to prove that you are a man to a woman. See, I tell people, women will test you. That is their work. That is why they are women. They will test. They want to. A woman can do a certain thing like this now. It's not because she wants to do it too. She just wants to see how you will react. She just wants to see how you will react. And also, one of the story book that I read, that the obstacle is the way. He said that anytime anybody is testing you, be neutral. Just ignore. Ignore. It's not everything that you react to. Ignore. Ignore. And this is my approach when I approach ladies. Once she's doing all those tests, in my mind I already know, say, what did they worry this one now? What did they worry? I'm working sometimes. My client, because I do mostly with women, and even in the office, there are
Yeah.
some behaviors people give me. They want to see my reaction. Even in the family at home, my dad, my uncles, before I came to Anambra, that's when I went home for Christmas. I was with the whole family. So I was telling my father and younger sister, the one is senior to directly. I was telling her, I said, Auntie, no, it will be very difficult, especially in a family setting, when I know that your words can be used against you and a lot of things. It is very hard for any of you to trigger me. Regardless that there was a time I had anger issues, I've tried to deal with it, but I know that there's still some traces of it in me.
Mm.
But in my subconscious, anytime anybody piss me off, I already know that this person is looking for me to say something that they want to do against me. So my default setting is quiet. See, no matter what you say, no matter what you do to me, fair will not leave my mouth. Once you do it, in my brain, I've already programmed that silence. I will just keep quiet. I will not talk. I will not do
Mm.
anything. I'm counting it for you, you don't know. In my head, I'm recording it, I'm just counting it for you. There's a day, you don't even need to trigger me. I will show you crazy in ways that you will never expect. You will never believe that this is as a Chidi can do this type of thing. You will not believe it because in your mind you're already used to this boy is quiet, this boy is calm, this boy is always gentle, blah blah blah. You don't know that I'm just calculating you. That time you're using to study me, I'm studying you also. So
Yeah.
I have issues with extremism. You see, it is the problem on Twitter. And when you try to call them out, because they have this cult following, the feminist gang, they have their cult followers, the red pill family people, they have their cult
Yes.
followers. And once you come for them now, they will attack you and they want to drag you. They don't even want to see a reason of whatever you are saying. Some will even feel like it is from a place of jealousy. One of the Agba fans, she was telling me that I've opened Twitter, I've been on Twitter before. Agba have more followers than me. Agba have people that can ride or die for him, blah blah blah. I say my Twitter account, I'm not doing it to grow anything. I'm just there to have fun, learn, make money, whatever
Mm.
comes along with it. I thank God. I don't want to have this cult followership. I don't even have anything that I want any people to be following. And I like people that have their own mind. Have your own mind, be free. I don't like to put people in a box. Neither do I
Yeah.
want to put in a box. Do your thing. Whatever you know works for you. Not everything I tweet you should even listen to. Regardless that maybe there are accounts that are held to high esteem. It's not everything they tweet that I listen to. The one that I know that works for me. You see, this life, we are a product of our environment. We are a product of our upbringing. I'm in Anambra now. I've spent 2 months in Anambra. I've seen a different lifestyle entirely back from Port Harcourt that I'm coming from. The food they eat, the way they behave, the way they relate with people is totally different. So you cannot expect somebody that grow in PH soil to behave like somebody that grow in Anambra.
Yeah.
Their way of listening to security, hostility, or hospitality, accountability is different. Shey you get?
Mhm.
It's just like the white and the black Americans. But what I always tell people, like you said, narrow down to the middle. Like you said, I think you have tweeted something about this same thing that you talked about before. Like you said that people will always have something to justify whatever they say online. They will always have both
Yeah.
whether good or bad. And as far as they have that thing, it's like whatever they say is right since it can be justified. Shey you get? But deep
Mm.
down inside of us, you are human, I am human. We know what is good. We know what is good. We know what is bad. I made a tweet one day. I said that you see people that will say it's gender that comes first for them, it's tribe that comes first for them, it's
Yeah.
race that comes first for them,
Tree.
it's religion that comes first for you. Be careful of such people. We are humans. The thing that should guide all of us is humanity, not
Yeah.
gender, not tribe, not race, not religion. Humanity, humanity. Because the thing pisses me off when I see people treat people. I know that this thing is in all of us subconscious, but we should not allow it to be our personality. So you get,
Mhm.
I find
Yeah.
it every day inside of me. We should not allow it to be part of ourselves. Extremism from the left, extremism from the right. Just be a good person.
You
That's
know,
just my
you
own.
know,
I don't know what to define as difficult.
honestly, is if you've said it all about the whole toxicity thing, Twitter thing. You said it all. It's just straightforward. You go online, you use the app, use the application to your own benefits.
That's
If
true.
you are going there to drag feminists today, to drag this person tomorrow, another thing that people don't focus on is that whatever you tweet, especially if you put your face out there, it's sticking to
Mm,
you. People
yeah.
remember, they remember. One way or the
Yeah.
other, they remember. And as
Agree.
humans, we are like water. Yeah, you just swim together and you find yourself in a startup tomorrow, and then it's
Yeah.
just with the person you just insulted onto. Yeah. Yeah. That's what so many people don't understand. So another thing, let's talk about saving. That's another topic I think I've had conversations with you about on Twitter. Saving money. Currently, there's a tweet I put up the other day that I was drag for that 800K is not enough for a middle class. I think you're one of the people that disagree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my belief. Even right there, when it's not even this hard. Currently, I don't even believe that 1 million is enough. But I know you're an advocate for living within your means and saving and all of these things. I don't know if you want to talk about money and saving generally.
Okay. Um, I was in GSS 1. I was in GSS 1. My mom went to a carpenter. She went to a carpenter. They made this colo box for me. Colo
Mm.
box. So she gave it to me. She said I should be using it to save money. I was in GSS 1. So back then when they give me money for break or for school, to go to school, I always divide it into two. When I come back, I'll just hold it and chuck it inside the hole and keep it there. Sometimes at the end of the term, I can just carry the money. I used to get a shoe, a cloth. On back then when I was with my guys, we are playing ball, I bought lunch box. I would just run to my colo box. I'll just collect money, go and buy ball. So right from GSS 1, even the box is still at home, is in my family house. So I grew up with that mentality. It got to a point, my friends were saying, Chidi, you are stingy to yourself. You are stingy to yourself. They did not know
Mm.
that I had a target that I was trying to meet. Now, even recently, I had to make a thread to clarify what happened last year because they dragged me for 2 weeks. 2 weeks they dragged me on Twitter. I mute the tweet, oh, but I was still getting dragged. People were entering my DM. They wanted to kill me. The tweet, Yapa left carried, and Insta block carried. I wonder, not be small. Wetin I do, wetin I preach. I said that if not for some people frivolous lifestyle, you should be able to save your NYSC allowance. Honestly,
Yeah.
that tweet, I did not see that tweet to do numbers at all, at all. I just tweeted, the thing just come to my random thoughts. I just tweeted it. I just woke up one morning, I saw numbers. I see, what is the tweet that I even tweeted that I was expecting reaction from people? They ignore. It was that one. People were telling me because I had Chino Achebe picture on my Twitter. Then I said that somebody like me that have Chino Achebe that know better that I'm privileged that they were not using Chino Achebe proverbs against me. That Chino Achebe said that a man that the carnal was broken for him by a benevolent spirit should not forget to be humble. It is scatter my it scattered my head, bro, because I love Chino Achebe so much. I've read all his books, all the books Chino Achebe have published. I've read all of them. And at least every year I read Things Fall Apart back to back because I love his book so much. Because of them, I went to my library. I brought out Things Fall Apart. I started reading it again. When it got to that part, I snapped it with my phone. I posted it online. Now, what happened? What made Chino Achebe said that proverb? This was what happened in the book. Okuko was a successful man. He was a successful
Mm.
man in the now Okuko's father was a very terrible man. He was a poor man, he was mocked, he was loved. Growing up as a child under him, having that type of father, it weakens the guy. The guy was always angry with his father and he has made up a resolution in his mind that he don't want to be like his father. So from a young age, he was very hardworking. He put on the fight that he's going to fight against life, to be successful, to be all that. And really, there's a proverb we Igbos have that if you say yes, your chi says yes with you. What does chi mean? Chi means your God. It means your God, what you believe in, your spirit.
Yeah.
So the guy was determined to be successful. At a very young age, he had fame as a popular wrestler in the village. He defeated the undefeatable. So this brought fame to him. This brought women to him. This brought money to him. He now becomes successful. Before you will measure about 5 people in that clan, that village, you will measure Okuko. So it was not as if now the thing was getting to his head. So they were in a village meeting in Igbo, we call it Umuna, the gathering of men.
Yeah.
So again, one of the men stood up, was talking. So Kukwana said, please sit down, you're a woman. So the guy's spirit went low. So the rest of the elders, they now one of the older man in the village now made that proverb. He said, a man that the pakane was cracked for him by a benevolent spirit should not forget to be humble. So going forward, as Chinua Achebe was writing that book, he now said that, really, Okonkwo's kernel was not broken for him by any benevolent spirit. Okonkwo cracked his kernel by himself through his hard work and through his resilience. He now said that Okonkwo said yes So if she said yes with him, he was determined to put on that work to stand hard so that he will not end up like his father. So Okonkwo's kindness was not broken to him by a benevolent spirit. Even the older man that said that proverb also knew, but he just have to say that so that Okonkwo will calm down and apologize to the man, of which he did. So back to that my tweet. 2018, my friend, he went for service, he came back. Then Alawi was 18,900. He told me something. He said that he saved up his entire Alawi. He served at the north, Sokoto. That was where he did the service. Ah, when he told me the thing, my head blew. I said, guy, you did do am. You no chop, you no survive, you no live like how you take do am. Today that guy is a millionaire. As I'm speaking with you, he's a millionaire. You know that 28 money that he saved from his savings, he invested it in crypto. We are 8 years old. He's married with a child now. He's a
Wow.
millionaire now. He has 2 cars. Yes, this year now he opened a pharmacy. Since he graduated, he has not submitted CV anywhere. That is what he's doing. That is just what blew him. That 2018, 2019, 2020. Regardless, due to his personality, we are still very close. He has money by far more than me. But he knows that I am not broke. But we just relate. We were secondary school classmates from DSS 1 to SS3. We went to Abraka, went to Uniben. Yeah, we were still relating because we were in Edo State. So he told me that thing. I said, oh, I will do it. So when I graduated on my own too, when I
Mm.
went, I served in Port Harcourt. Initially, when I graduated, I worked 6 months. And the thing that I always used to have issue with people on Twitter is that they said that daughter eat, daughter spend money on transportation. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'm lucky. I'm just lucky enough because all my life, apart from where I'm working now, all my life, all the places that I've worked, I've never spent transportation. The places are always close to my house. So I just trek, I just walk down and come back. So I don't spend
Yeah.
any money on transportation. So I was able to save even while I was working. So I worked for 6 months before I went to service. When I was going to service, I had about 200,000 in my account already. So I was not going to service like a broke boy or I was hungry. I was able, anything. I did not even eat the food there. I was just going to Mami to buy food to serve. I was just living my life on a soft during my service year. So that thought came to me that this is what my guy did. Then I was not looking for how can I do this thing. I don't know anybody in Port Harcourt. I don't even have any friend in Port Harcourt. Immediately after camp, I went to know my PPA. I met there, I discussed with them, I negotiated with them. I was to be coming for 2 days because it's a government school. They have A, B, C, D to E, and in a class they have about 100 people. So the man and they did not give me accommodation. Where I was coming
Mhm.
from, it was just like 1,000 naira to that place. I cannot be paying 1,000 naira to be coming almost every week or 3 times in a week. Even sometimes in a week, I don't even go. And the school, the headmistress, she understood.
Yeah.
She understood. I think I come to collect my biometric letter, she gives it to me easily. She gets so that was it. So now what will I now be doing? Where I was staying, there was a school. There were schools around, and gratefully, Port Harcourt pay higher compared to Edo State.
Yeah.
When I even got, I did not even negotiate the price. I was even surprised. You're going to be paying me 35,000 for teaching, and it was even part time. I was going 3 times in a week. It was not like as if I was going every day. I was surprised. I didn't even negotiate. Maybe I wish I negotiated. They would have paid me higher. I was teaching biology and chemistry in the school. That was what I was teaching. So at the end of the month, I was paid 35,000 plus allowed 33,000. So I'm a Catholic. I went to my parish priest. I told him that I'm a tutor. I do home lesson. In fact, I made my first 100,000 from home lesson. That was way back 2017. So
Okay.
now he now introduced me to two parents. That one self is also another story. That one is another long story of saving. Save. I saved so much that year, but let me just leave that part aside. So my parish priest introduced me to two parents. Also, I did not also know that Port Harcourt they pay higher. This parent was paying me 15,000. The other one was paying me 15,000. That is 30,000. As I was doing, people was recommending me. People now knew that this is what I was doing.
Yeah.
And this thing does not just happen all in 1 month. Time was going, and also I was spending money. Also living, I was staying in Copper's Lodge. We pay 8,000 naira per month. So this was going on and on. As at the 6th month in my service year, I had 3 family I was doing home lesson. Two one pay me 15,000, the other one 15,000, then the last one paid me 10,000. That's about 40,000.
The thing is that the thing is that some
Uh,
people didn't have this opportunity of homeless and all of these things.
yeah, yeah,
Some people don't.
that was what they told me. That was what
That's why
they
they
told
want.
me, and I saw. Yes, I saw their point, but I just didn't want to. How would they call it, like food, as they used to say it on Twitter. But I saw, I saw
Correct.
reason with what they were saying.
Yeah, but I saw reason with
So
what you tweeted. Honestly, yeah, people could save. I saved also during my NYC. Saving and saved as well.
yeah,
Yeah, but I see reason with what you are saying. Honestly, I see reason with it. I don't know if you want to talk about. I want to begin. Are you from Anambra?
no, I'm from Imo State.
Okay. I thought you were from
Yeah,
Anambra. Something came to my mind. I wanted to. Anambra men are crucified on Twitter. So people call
yeah,
our family will call them simp. The feminists say that they
yeah,
are misogynistic. So which one are we going to
yeah.
believe?
Um, the thing is that it's not. It's just that Anambra men, their own is just quite obvious. And based on the fact that I'm Igbo, even me, self,
Mm.
I've had so many tendencies to make such tweets because, sorry to
Why?
say, my people,
Is-
our men, our men,
Mhm.
we like, how will I say it to be nice? It's like we worship. It is more, it's more obvious in Anambra men and Anambra as a whole. So from childhood, it's just all about making money, marry a beautiful woman, and spoil her based on family. So this is like the mentality Anambra men grew up with. So the thing have been passed down from generation to generation. They worship women, all these type of things. And if you even check amongst all the tribe, it's like Igbo give a lot of privilege to our women, a lot of privilege
But
to our women.
yes, they have the highest number of feminists.
Yes, we do. That's what people say. It's because we are saying that it's because of the privilege. Because you will see a family now, a family, an Igbo family like this now. They can have one boy and two girls. The father will make sure that the daughters are educated. They will send the boy to go and learn trade. Shey you get, the boy will go
Mm.
and learn trade. Maybe after secondary school education, they will send him to go and learn one trade, 5 years, 4 years, 7 years, the case may be, then the boss is working for, settles in. But the daughter, they will make sure they go to school. Uniben where I schooled in, you will find more Yoruba people and Igbo people in Uniben. It's like they push their women so much to study into academics. So you get, and these ladies now, after all these things now, they have gone to school and the rest, they now become something that we don't know. Look at Uloma now. Uloma, there was a time that I was even having a crush on her. Like I love the
You
lady
always
because
post,
that
you
girl.
always post her everywhere now. You always post her everywhere. What's it gonna happen? She block
Yeah,
you.
I had to stop. We don't block each other. I had to stop because there's something there's something fundamentally wrong with her. That girl is very intelligent. Many people who don't know her don't know her. That girl had all A's in our egg. That girl had all A's in our egg. She's sound. She's sound when it comes to academics in her field. She read books. I see her post now. I have the opportunity to meet her in Lagos. So when you have seen somebody and have met somebody, you know the person. The what you know about the people online don't know. But when I still see her posting all those extremist take and the rest. The thing I just could not keep up any longer. The thing was now even me. The thing was now pissing me off. I had to we blocked each other. Shey you get it? All this is my problem with them. Even with rap, now we have blocked each other. The same this extremism and this same extremism. So back to Anambra, as you were saying. So it is just
Yeah.
like taking care of your woman. They will tell you in Igbo land. Back then when I was growing up, even in the spare part in Edo State there, if you go there, you see the men that have this spare part business, bro. If they tell you that these men are millionaire, you will not believe. You will just see them with a slippers, short knicker. Back then when I was young, it is this Peugeot that they used to ride, Peugeot and Volvo. Till now, as I'm talking to you, these men still ride this their Peugeot and Volvo. But they have mansions at home. That mansion in those states, you will not know those men have money. By the time you see their wife, bro, when you see their wife, bro, you will not believe your eyes. You will see their money in their wife and in their kids. And I was opportune. We schooled together, both in Chidiebere, primary school, secondary school. So my dad were friends with some of them. We used to visit their family home. They used to visit mine. So I see these people and I work with them. And we take education very seriously. And for the ladies, they take it more seriously for them because they feel like education is a part of them. I mean, look at them now. Look at Chimamanda. The dad was a prof, the mother was a lecturer in UNM. So they gave her the best of education. She after her tertiary university in Nigeria, she went abroad to do masters. It is this thing that just gets to their head. It's just like because we just give them this free handed them. I'm now realizing that a whole lot of women cannot handle freedom when you just allow them to be free to do whatever they like, they tend to go astray. So that's why
Not
the
really.
last Anna
Not really.
line.
Yeah, not really though. I just think it's like a general wave, not just in Nigeria, everywhere. If you look at Canada, for example, look at what Jordan Peterson always say. He always say things around that space as well. So generally, it is when people miss God, it starts from religion. And when people miss God, they try to replace God with something else. And when they miss God, they start to resent the word. Yes. And when they resent the word, the first person they pick is either to resent the other gender. So if it is a man, the man will resent women. If it is a woman, the woman will resent men. Then generally they start to resenting human being and they'll be like, oh, we humans, we are bad to the world, that we are destroying the earth. So it is this resentment that build up inside you. It is a trauma response. It's a response to trauma, basically. I always tell people it's something I myself have gone through. There was a time that I had a relationship issue with my ex before I got married. I was in school then, and I went through this whole trauma period. And I basically, I would say, but during that time, I hated
Yeah,
women. Not
I can relate.
necessarily, not necessarily my mom or but anything relationship. I detest it.
Yeah,
So now, I was on that very period. I believe my take on relationship or on the opposite gender is going to be terrible.
yeah,
And she was a Yoruba. Yeah, she was a Yoruba girl too. Obviously, I'm going to tweet everything I can tweet against Yoruba because of that resentment that I've built up. So most
yeah,
of them actually, it is not like this is not like we give them freedom or they gave us. It's not like that. One of the things I'm able
that's
to confirm is it is a trauma response. Whatever you
trauma
go through as
response.
yes, whatever you go through as a human being, if you don't process it, forgive the person
Yeah,
and move on with life, that is
yeah,
that is the position you will be reacting from. If your parents flog you, for example, now, and they flog you,
yes,
and you don't
yeah,
forgive your parents, and you still
yeah,
remember that they beat me, oh, you are going to
yeah,
most likely beat your own child too. And why you
yeah.
are going to beat your own child, it's not because the child is doing anything wrong. It's just because you
Mm.
feel like somebody don't
Love
flog
that.
you, flog another
You
person.
must let somebody.
Yes. So you have to let that anger
That's
out. Most of them too, they have relationship with men and the men did something bad to them and that was it.
yeah,
Then they
yeah,
flow into feminism trauma stage and then they will just some people are not lucky to for them to meet another person that they will love that will put them out of that
yeah,
psychological prison. It's a psychological prison. There was a time that
yeah,
there's a I told one of my friends that see you now have a relationship, you need to block a lot of people on Twitter. If at all you don't want to block them, mute them. Don't read anything about
yeah,
these things. It's just like you said that Nietzsche said that if you look into the abyss is going to look back into you, and before you know,
yeah,
you become that demon that you're staring out. So if you keep
yeah,
listening, yeah, if you keep reading, if you make it a point of duty to read atrocities of Nigerian men every day. For example, what you want to consume is
yeah.
what Nigerian men are doing to women and children. I can tell
Mm.
you that in less than 2 weeks, you'll be 8 men.
I swear. Swear.
Because you will always have a news from that angle that you will
Yeah.
read. You don't read that, oh, this man raped, this man beat his wife, this man killed his wife, this man did it. You cannot read such news every day for 30 days and you will not hate men. It is your
Definitely.
brain required that. Okay, let's look at it from data point of view.
Yeah.
I love data. I study statistics. So let's look at it from data point of view. If
Yeah.
if there's 100 news from Nigeria, 100 total news from Nigeria is 100. 30 of them, men did something bad. In 30 of them, men did
Yeah.
something bad.
Yeah.
But in 70 of them, men did something good. Yes. But the media, negative news gets more reactions than positive news generally.
Yeah.
In marketing, everybody knows that. So, because fear triggers people more than happiness. If you tell somebody now that
Yeah.
if you buy this medicine, you will live long, and you tell the person that or if you buy this medicine, you will not die. You will not die, will trigger them to buy it more than you will live long.
Yeah.
You will live
That's
long
true.
is a positive thing, positive statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you don't die, you will live long, though. It's the same thing. But the fear
Yeah.
that you will,
You don't
yes, so
want to die.
negative, so anything negative triggers human being more than positive.
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
news that I was talking about. So 30, 70, 30 is bad, 70 is good. Of course,
Yeah.
70 is good. But of course, our news agency, they are going to publish, let me say 10 out of that 30. And
Yeah.
you, as somebody that is after that kind of news, you consume the whole 10. Tell me
Every
how you
time.
will not feel that everything that happened in that month is bad. Because all of the 10 that you read, they are bad. You didn't read
Yeah.
one that
That are
70.
good.
You did not read anyone. So that is that is the dynamics of the media space. That is that's one of the things. If you go online now, if you go to let's say you are in regional section or you are in Agbafian section or whatever Twitter or you are in Loma section or you are in any toxic section that you find yourself in that you consume. If you consume the anonymous over and over again, very soon
Yeah.
you start thinking positive marriage don't exist.
Don't exist.
All you need to do is switch off your data and walk through your community.
Bam.
Every house you knock, you will find happy marriages there. They are there.
Yeah.
But because,
Yeah.
but because that is what you are consuming every now and then, your brain will start thinking, oh, everything is negative, everything is negative, everything. So it's insane. It's insane that way. The same thing that happens to women as well. Generally, it happens to men as well. Once you
Yes.
focus and then as an activist, if you start forming, oh, I'm activist, all you will be seeing is negative, something to fight, Yeah, this and that. Yes, I need to fight this. I need to fight this. Women are oppressed. Women are oppressed. When they announce that a woman has become, let me say, president of something or head of something, you will not really be, you will not trigger anything in you. But let them announce that a woman was denied something, you'll be up. So when you are, yeah, you'll be up, you'll be rained up, your ass will be so sad. So I always tell people, like, be careful of what you consume. Be very, very careful of what you consume. Because you definitely become that thing that you consume.
Bam. Bam.
It is
That's
it.
just
You become it. It has happened to me before. That's why
yeah.
I'm telling people. When I had issues with my relationship that time, that thing messed me up because everything I began to see is how women are bad, how women are bad. Oh, I would read, oh, this one break after this man sent his girl to school, she broke up with her. This one is OS, this one is prostitute. That is everything I was seeing that time. I wasn't seeing. Whereas I had female friends that are very good people.
Very good to you, and they're good to you.
Go to me like I had them. But when you start focusing on negativity, that's the only thing you will see. and your brain
Yeah.
gets messed up. So
That's how.
I always tell people to be very, very conscious of what they consume online, very conscious of what they interact.
Yeah.
If you find yourself
Yeah.
there was a time this year, yes, it happened to me currently. This thing we are talking about, it happened to me
Yeah.
this month, and that will be two,
Wow.
second week of January. I observed that my new Twitter that I opened, it was just filled with gender wars. And I have to go back like, what is happening? Why is my timeline this messy? And I observed that I engaged with a lot of gender argument that very week. I engaged with them a lot, like back and forth. Oh,
Yeah.
and I said that I'm the reason, I'm the one messing myself up. So I told myself I'm not
Yeah.
going to stop engaging. Even if I see something that triggered me to talk, I will not talk because
Yeah.
I want to clear my timeline. And now those kind of things doesn't
Yeah.
even show on my timeline anymore. It is gone. So people need to be conscious of how they it's not like you will not interact with this thing, you know, but the more you interact with it, the deeper you're going to
The
the
more
mess.
you become
You stop
it.
you stop seeing zero good, men bad, women. If you want to say women are bad, you see women are bad now. You see how you see the
Yes.
women that are trying to job. There's a friend of mine that I've interviewed on this podcast. She's in Scotland for her PhD. Very brilliant and beautiful lady. Very, very brilliant. We gathered together in school. So most of the time when I see somebody that is talking about women are useless, I'll just laugh. Because I have a friend that is doing a PhD that is good. I have a friend that is in AI, leading one AI brand in Africa. And I just look at those ones and say, no. That prostitute that you have that is not my own definition of women. That might be your own definition.
That's not your own reality.
Yeah. So if you like, allow people define women to you from their own messed up reality and you swallow it up. That's on you. And if you like, allow people define men to you from their own
For
reality.
you.
That's also on you. Well, Shidi, as we are
Sure.
wrapping up, I think we are close to about
Yeah.
1 hour now. I
Yeah.
like to talk now 1 hour. Let's talk about books generally. Okay, you've mentioned that you read books. Okay, we started with books. But I always like to talk
Yeah.
about books specifically. What
Yeah.
books have you read? What books will you recommend? Anything that you've read about books that impacted you? Let's talk about books generally.
Okay. Um, books. Okay. I would recommend for relationship. For relationship, I would recommend Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus by John Gray. By John Gray. Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus by John Gray for relationship. For relationship marriage, I always recommend it for people. Then for my stoicism, which is control, this one is general approach to life.
Mm.
And it's my favorite book. So I recommend The Obstacle is the Way. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. So I recommend that one. Then I don't know if you, because it's a popular book and the book is very controversial. 48 Laws of Power. I
I
don't
love it.
know if
Feminists don't
okay.
like it. That's not my
Uh,
problem.
so, so 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Robert
Yeah.
Greene, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Then um, Mastery, the art of mastery, art of mastery by Robert Greene also. By Robert Greene. Then this um, you are into business now, you are into e-commerce.
Yeah.
Um, for business in the business world, I recommend Small Money, Big Business by Oloye
Akinami.
Akinama. Um, Small Money, Big Business. Then for there's this book by Pastor Chris Oyakilome. I read that book in 300 level. The power of mind. You know, we have talked about mind and how the mind works.
Yeah.
You mentioned some things from that book, The Power of the Mind by Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. Then, which one again? I'm forgetting this book. Atomic Habit. I cannot remember
Atomic
the name
Habits.
of the author
James Clear. James Clear.
Atomic James Clear, yes, Atomic Habit James Clear. So these
James
are the
Clear.
few ones. But the
Oh,
one I would really love for you to read is that The Obstacle is the Way, bro. You will love that book. That book is so mind blowing. The
yeah. Talk
Obstacle is
about
the
it.
Way.
Oh, okay. To tell us two things or three things that you learned from the book that you really that stuck with you.
Okay. The first one is control. Control. I'll just drop one line about the control. He said that problems are really as bad as they seem. Problems are really as bad as they seem. It is our mind that magnify this problem into what they are not. A little thing can happen to you just like you just overthink it and bring it into proportion. But if you calm down, you realize that that thing is nothing. Number two, growing up, I had a fixed mindset. So this book opened my eyes to have this open mindset to life. He said that it is not only one way you can use to get to something. You cannot get to something through only one way. There are very ways. Open your mind to several possibilities. That's why
Um,
the book is titled The Obstacle is the Road. He said, if there is a mountain before you, this is an example. If there is a mountain before you, if you cannot climb above the mountain to go to the other way, what else can you do? You walk through the side. You go through the side. Go through the side. Then
mm,
number three, it says that focus on the moment. Focus on
okay.
the moment. Live life one time at a point. They say that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have ambition, but just take life one step at a time. You finish this goal, go to the next one. So that's the 3 points.
Thank you so much, Chidi. It's been
You're
an
welcome.
interesting conversation with you. I
You're
really
welcome.
enjoyed talking with you, learn a lot from this conversation. Like I
You're
said, I always
welcome.
like this, like just raw, not scripted. I don't like giving out topics. Just like this, it's very raw and direct. Nobody is trying
Yeah,
to force anything. You get it.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, it's game time. I love to play a game at the end of my podcast. I like this for that question.
Okay.
Okay, you just pick one.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Twitter or LinkedIn?
Twitter.
Ofaku or Onugu?
Okay. Onugbu, Onugbu.
Palm oil or groundnut oil?
Pamoye.
Okay. Books or podcast?
Books.
Wine or beer?
Wine.
Fufu or eba?
Eba.
Opa or moi moi?
Moi moi.
iPhone or Android?
100.
Trading or 9 to 5 job?
Chidi.
Trading,
I did not get this
trade,
last. I did not get this last one. Sorry.
business like trading, business or 9 to 5 job?
Uh, um,
Business.
nothing like trading. Business is the highest, bro. Business is the highest.
Okay, then lastly, Moses or Job in the Bible?
Moses.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Why did you
welcome.
choose Onugu?
You're welcome.
People are listening to me. They always choose Ovaku.
Onugbu for me, Onugbu is more healthy. All these things you are mentioning, as you were mentioning it, I was thinking about the health benefit. That's how my own mind works. Onugbu is more healthy compared to Ofaku. That's more
Okay,
nutritional
okay.
value. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. That'll be all for today's session. Thank you very much. See you some other time. Thank you for coming, Chidi.
You're welcome. I'm always available anytime. I'm available anytime you want to do it, any topic at all. Thank you. I really enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Bye.
yeah,
Bye.
yeah, yeah.